Wrap me in plastic and make me shine. We can make a dollhouse, Mario design. Let's build a dog out of sticks and twine. I can call you master, you can call me mine.
Joe Biden is going to be the main man to stand against Donald Trump in oncoming presidential elections in the U.S. But his figure now is too strange. He has already been blamed for harassment and now he is being made fun of, because of his strange statements. Let's see some facts about him. In late 1972, he was elected as senator from Delaware and was unreplaceable head of the state for more than 35 years. After that, he chaired as vice president during Barack Obama's presidency. In 1998 and 2008 he had made attempts to become a president, but he failed. Now, he is going to make his third attempt. But it is easy to understand that he is only a puppet in Democrat puppet master's hands. He's a good option to move Republicans from the Oval Cabinet. It is expected that he might involve a maximum of Afro-Americans and women in upcoming elections, which might bring him significant number of votes. It is known that a majority of blacks usually vote for Democrats, and Biden's work with Obama has to turn out great for Biden as he was an assistant of 44th President of the U.S. But it turned out the other way around. At the end of March, Tara Reid, previous Biden's assistant, blamed him for sexual harassment. She said that in 1993, when they met in one of Senate buildings, Biden tried to harass her.
He had his hands underneath my clothes, and it happened all at once. He had one hand underneath my shirt, and the other hand I had a skirt on, and he went down my skirt and then went up, pointed his finger at me, and he said, "You're nothing to me. You're nothing." I think that's the hardest thing.
When this was exposed to public's view, he claimed not to know this woman at all.
In every case, the truth is what matters. And in this case, the truth is these claims are flat out false.
Later, new details have been shown to the public. 7 more women blamed Biden for harassment. It happened in 2019 before the presidential race. Some witnesses have confirmed the words of Biden's assistant. They said that Reid had told them about Biden in 1990. These shreds of evidence were enough to start a company against Biden. The largest came from Me Too activist Louisette Geis. "You cannot treat anyone like this, no matter if you are Trump, Biden, or Harvey," she stated. Next hit on his reputation and the whole party, Biden has made solo. At the end of May, he was a guest at the Breakfast Club. In the interview with Black radio host Leonard McKelvey, Biden said that Leonard cannot call himself black if he supports Trump.
Listen, you gotta come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to see.
Take a look at my record, man. I extended the voting rights 25 years. I have a record that is second to none. The NAACP's endorsed me every time I've run. Come on. Take a look at the record.
The public's reaction didn't keep him waiting. Biden was blamed for trying to teach Afro-Americans how to live. The first public man who criticized Biden was Tim Scott, from South Carolina.
That is the most arrogant, condescending comment I've heard in a very long time. 1.3 million African Americans voted for Trump. He's saying to 1.3 million African Americans that you're not black?
The Trump campaign piled on, saying Biden truly believes that he, a 77-year-old white man, should dictate how black people should behave.
He was supported by John James from Michigan.
Your latest comments are both pathetic and hurtful. Quote, "If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, you ain't black." Well, I think that in civil discourse, we can have our disagreements on politics. But you challenging me and millions of other people out there on their blackness, descendants of slaves, from you, is some seriously condescending, out of touch bullcrap. You're embarrassing yourself, Mr. Vice President. Should you even be running for president in the Democratic Party that says they're for black people? Do you really believe that black people are owned by the Democratic Party? Do you really believe that a black person who doesn't vote for you is therefore not legitimately black? Have you forgotten that the Republican Party was started in opposition for a Democratic Party that thought it was okay to own people? I am a man, Mr. Vice President. Too many people have died for me to have the right to think and vote for myself. But I wonder if Senator Peters agrees with me. I bet he does. When I get the chance to debate him, I think I'll ask. You should think long and hard about what you said and what it means. And also, your use of the word ain't. You should also make sure you carry hot sauce in your purse next time.
Later Biden got a chance to rehabilitate on the background of massive protests in the U.S. He condemned such cruelty from police, and visited demonstrations in Wilmington and Delaware, and he had a conversation with the head of the local black community. Nevertheless, his speech during the Breakfast Club demonstrated one more of his weaknesses. He couldn't answer the questions clearly. First, his mistake was when he told that he succeeded to collect more votes than anyone during the primaries in South Carolina. But in reality, he got only 61% and ex-President Barack Obama had 78%.
Absolutely, Bob. What would I say? Remember when they said Biden can't win the primaries?
Yes.
I kicked everybody's ass. Excuse me.
Don't talk like that. I need you to say that. You did what?
I won overwhelmingly. I told you when I got to South Carolina, I won every single county. I won a larger share of the black vote than anybody has, including Barack.
Second, he said that Delaware is on 8th place with the black population in the country, but in reality, it's only on 33rd.
I come from a state that's the 8th largest black population in America. The 8th largest. I get 96% of that vote for the last 40 years.
During 2020, he made some mistakes as well. One of them happened in May. He stated that in the USA the COVID victims rose up to 1 million people, but there were 85,000.
Unnecessarily, now we have over 120 million dead from COVID.
In March he mixed up his wife with his sister. And in February he told that he is going to run for the chair of Senator when he was running for president.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
Even if Biden precedes Trump in approval rating, there is not the slightest possibility that he can win the presidential race. As we all remember, last time Hillary Clinton had the majority of support, but in the end Donald Trump won the race.